Hello, class. Please take a seat. I assume, like me, you're all here because of a court order.
That's not why they're here.
For legal compliance, I am currently under supervised lecture conditions.
You're being punished.
I am wearing a mandated sprout monitoring band to ensure I don't spread further astronomical misinformation. Today, we'll be covering all 10 planets in our solar system.
There aren't 10.
Anyway, let's begin. The first planet in our solar system is this big, angry one stuck in the middle, called the Sun.
That's not a planet.
Then why is it in my lecture about the planets?
I don't know, but it's not a planet.
Then what is it, Mr. Smarty Pants?
It's a star. We call it the Sun.
That's what I said. The Sun.
Never mind. You're in one of those moods.
Anyway, as I was saying, the Sun is very angry and we are yet to discover why. Some scientists believe it's due to being stuck in one place all the time. Others believe it was just born this way. It never seems to move from this central location.
Technically, it is moving through space. It's just relative to other objects.
It's the most important planet in our solar system because without it, we wouldn't be able to see. It's visible for only half the day. Where it goes for the other half is still a mystery. Like all the planets in the solar system, the Sun has a symbol associated with it. This is the symbol for the Sun. Extremely creative, whoever came up with that. We aren't sure when the Sun was first invented.
Invented?
Discovered. Same thing.
It's really not.
But it's safe to assume that before its discovery, everything was black and white.
People have known about the Sun since prehistoric times.
They had, it would have been recorded in prehistory. Show me one prehistoric notebook. I'll wait.
That's not how prehistory works.
If you're quite finished interrupting, let's move on, shall we? The next planet in, and perhaps the cutest planet due to its small size, is Mercury. Officially discovered in approximately 1010 AD by ancient astronomers, also known as sky perverts. Mercury is very small in size, just like Kirsch. And like Kirsch, it doesn't really have a purpose. But unlike Kirsch, it at least has some value in its cuteness factor, which scientists are still calculating to this day. If we zoom in, we can magnify the cuteness for a more detailed look. Super cute. One day, we hope to harvest this valuable resource, which is sorely lacking around here. Anyway, this is the symbol for Mercury. Venus is the next planet in our solar system, and it's full of hot gas. Just like
Kirsch. Ha ha ha, yes, we get it. You're like a broken record.
At least I've broken a record. Anyway, Venus. Often referred to as Earth's twin because it was birthed at the same time in what scientists insist was a hot fiery clash of celestial bodies slamming together. Just like on my wedding night.
Gross.
Because of this climactic event, Venus and Earth are extremely similar in size, mass and density. However, despite this twin event, they look nothing alike today. Visible to the naked eye, Venus appears as one of the brightest objects in the sky due to sunlight reflecting strongly off its dense cloud cover. Because of its close proximity to the Sun, it is known as both the morning star and the evening star, depending on where it is visible from Earth. Venus was first observed thousands of years ago. The original observer remains anonymous, likely due to the unfortunate lack of recording technology at the time. The discovery was later formally claimed in 1581 BC by a Babylonian astronomer, who generously chose to take full credit for what is believed to be an earlier observation. This is the symbol for Venus. On to the next planet in this mandated series. Earth. Earth is known as the third rock from the Sun due to being the third planet in orbital sequence.
Well, duh.
There is too much information to cover in a single lecture, so I will focus on key highlights. Earth is where we currently reside, and it appears it took approximately 4.5 billion years for local inhabitants to realize they were standing on it, mainly because we hadn't bothered to evolve yet. The term Earth translates loosely as ground, soil, or the thing beneath one's sprout. The symbol for Earth is a circle bisected with meridian lines, as seen here. Earth is currently the only confirmed planet to harbour life operating without formal clearance. Additional investigations are ongoing regarding possible unauthorized biological activity on select moons of the gas giants. Earth also contains other unauthorized life forms, including the largest aquatic classification to ever have existed, the Wallies.
It's pronounced whales.
Whatever. Wallies are large aquatic organisms that, according to some outdated classifications, were once believed to have legs. Sadly, evolution reassigned their legs, and now they can no longer walk on water. They now spend most of their time suspended in ocean environments, occasionally interacting with large containment structures deployed for reasons still under review.
Those are fishing nets.
That is one interpretation, yes. The next planet is Mars, commonly referred to as the red planet due to its distinct coloring caused by surface oxidation. It's also the dustiest place in the solar system, suffering from global dust storms. So if, like me, you suffer from dust allergies, then this is one planet you can strike off your bucket list. Mars has historically been subject to significant observational misinterpretation. Early astronomers believed the surface contained artificial linear structures, often described as canals, suggesting possible engineering activity. Of course, we now know these ancient sky perverts were getting a little too excited with their telescopes, if you know what I mean.
Ugh.
Mars is accompanied by two minor satellite bodies, Phobos and Deimos, typically considered underperforming moons due to their irregular shapes and low administrative presence.
What does that even mean?
It means they are small and go unnoticed. Mars is also associated with alleged chocolate bar cultivation, believed by some to occur directly on the planetary surface.
Those aren't Mars bars.
Yes, they are. Martian agricultural output bars. Anyway, the symbol for the planet Mars is the shield and spear of the god of war. Though it just looks like a circle with an arrow to me, but whatever. Let's call it a shield. The next planet on our journey through the solar system is Jupiter. Jupiter is a large and highly intimidating gas giant, with a mass approximately 2.5 times greater than all other planets combined, not including the Sun. It is believed to have been one of the earliest planets to form, and during its early development, it entered what is now referred to as a gravitational acquisition phase, during which it accumulated surrounding material at an excessive rate. This process has resulted in a complex ring structure, composed of residual material and minor orbital debris.
It has rings?
Unexpected structural side effects, yes. Jupiter also contains a persistent atmosphere anomaly known as the Great Red Spot. Its function is currently unclear, but it is believed to represent a long-term atmospheric stability failure that has continued for several centuries.
That's a storm.
A very well-established storm, yes. Jupiter is also accompanied by an extremely large number of natural satellites and moonlets. The quantity is such that moon scientists are currently unable to maintain accurate naming records. Moon researchers are reportedly no longer accepting new applications due to administrative overload.
That's not a real job.
It is if you work on moons. The symbol for Jupiter is a hieroglyph depicting an eagle. The next planet, and the one you've all been waiting for, is Saturn. Scientists have confirmed it to be the sexiest planet in the solar system.
Scientists have not confirmed that.
Saturn is a gas giant almost as large as Jupiter, but with less than a third of its mass. This has led researchers to investigate possible dietary trends. Another reason Saturn is considered so attractive is that scientists believe it may literally rain diamonds. The planet's extreme atmospheric conditions can compress carbon into precious gems through a fascinating multi-step process. I know where I'll be spending my next honeymoon. Saturn has over 290 moons and moonlets. Many remained unnamed, presumably because moonologists are too busy making TikTok videos.
That's not a real profession.
It is if you study moons. However, Saturn's most famous feature is its magnificent ring system. In 1610, Galileo became the first person to observe Saturn through a telescope. His optics were unable to resolve the rings, causing him to sketch Saturn with what appeared to be giant ears. There is ongoing debate regarding the age of Saturn's rings. Some experts believe they formed alongside the planet billions of years ago, while others insist they formed relatively recently. As usual, at least one group of experts is wrong. The symbol for Saturn is shown here. Uranus.
It's pronounced Uranus.
I know, I'm calling you an anus.
Why is your banner all crappy looking?
We blew the budget on this set and forgot about the banner. I made it myself. Anyway, Uranus is the 7th planet from the Sun, making it the 8th planet. Uranus is classified as an ice giant. Its interior contains water, ammonia, and methane, making it one of the coldest and dampest planets in the solar system. In fact, Uranus reaches temperatures as low as negative 224 degrees Celsius.
That's extremely cold.
It's also the coldest planet despite receiving more sunlight than Neptune.
How?
Scientists don't know.
Really?
No, they genuinely have no idea. Uranus is also unusual because it appears to have fallen over. Whereas most planets rotate in a respectable upright fashion, Uranus rotates almost completely on its side.
It was probably hit by another planet billions of years ago.
Or it simply gave up. Like the other giant planets, Uranus has rings. Unfortunately, they are considerably less sexy than Saturn's and reflect very little light. The symbol for Uranus was the subject of much debate, before astronomers eventually settled on this one. In a rare moment of scientific efficiency, they simply combined parts of existing symbols and called it a day. Okay class, on to Neptune. Neptune has the great honor of being the densest giant planet in the solar system. That doesn't make it the smartest giant planet, merely the densest.
That's not what dense means.
Neptune completes one orbit of the Sun every 168 Earth years. This means that anyone born on Neptune would have to wait almost 2 centuries before celebrating their first birthday.
Assuming anyone lived on Neptune.
Perhaps you'd like to move there? I'll even pay for your ticket.
You couldn't even afford a decent banner.
Neptune's symbol is based on the trident of the Roman god Neptune and is generally regarded as one of the cooler planetary symbols. Unlike the other planets we've discussed, Neptune is not normally visible to the unaided eye and was effectively discovered through deduction. Astronomers noticed that Uranus was not behaving as expected.
Its orbit wasn't behaving as expected.
Correct. Uranus was acting suspiciously. Scientists eventually concluded that another planet must be exerting a gravitational influence on it. In what remains one of astronomy's greatest achievements, they calculated where Neptune should be before they had actually seen it.
That part is genuinely impressive.
Neptune was officially observed in 1846 by the renowned sky pervert Johann Galle. Interestingly, Galileo had already observed Neptune as early as 1612, but failed to realize what he was looking at and therefore missed a valuable opportunity to claim full credit for its discovery. Neptune remained the most distant known planet until 1930, when our final and most beloved planet was discovered. Pluto. Residing in the Kuiper Belt, a ring of unauthorized celestial bodies, it is the 9th largest and 10th most massive planet to orbit the Sun. The 10th being Eris, that was discovered in 2005. With the discovery of Eris and the planet Ceres, which was actually discovered in 1801 in the asteroid belt between Mars and Jupiter, so-called experts decided, what the hell, let's actually define what a planet is. Thus relegating Pluto, Ceres, Eris, and others to dwarf planet status. In 2015, the New Horizons spacecraft visited Pluto and took spectacular true color images, which reveal a giant heart-shaped region of the planet. No doubt an attempt by Pluto to make scientists fall in love with it in the hope of promoting it back to true planet status. Sadly, scientists have cold hearts, and this was not enough to sway them. Interestingly, Pluto has 5 moons. Its largest moon, Charon, is about half the size of Pluto, making it the largest known moon relative to its parent planet in our solar system. Pluto's other moons are Nix, Hydra, Kerberos, and Styx. The symbol for Pluto is this very lazy P and L smashed together. By this point, people had clearly stopped caring.
Did that one sound different?
No? Anyway, so there we have it. All 9 planetary symbols, plus the Sun symbol, the most important planet of all.
It's not a planet.
It's clearly the origin point.
Why are the displays doing that?
Doing what?
That.
Ah, that's probably nothing.
What is that?
My contingency plan. I'd like to see the code's jurisdiction extend to other planets. And for the benefit of any Stargate enthusiasts watching, we have bypassed standard point of origin restrictions to ensure full symbolic alignment.
That is not a thing. Sylvina, where'd you get the Stargate from?
This planet has something called Craigslist.
I'll go get her. What have you done?
I may have described Ra as a planet.
You did what?
Turns out they're very sensitive about it. Dial the gate.
I don't know how.
Cover me.